Hey, Courtney, another day of two run roll wins for y'all. Just what do you think overall of y'all's approach today?
I thought the day was really complete. The first game, I thought Cam threw really, really well. Our defense was exceptional behind her. I think we turned three double plays that were kind of backbreaking for Iowa. Just when they started feeling like they might get a little momentum, our defense was nails. I thought Lexi came in a tough situation and did what Lexi does. I thought our offense was great. And in this last game, um, yeah, it ended up a run roll, but it definitely didn't feel that for a long time. I know we were sitting 3-0 for a while. And I thought Peyton was outstanding. I thought our defense again was great. I think our offense just stayed the course and they have the ability to be explosive. Obviously, I know everyone got a little rowdy. They kept going around Bree. That's why Courtney Day's right behind her, and she's coming up big for us time and time again. So just really complete day. It was highlighted by the end with Jaden Ramos hitting her first collegiate home run. That was just a really big moment. That was really fun to celebrate for her all together. So just a really complete day. Really, really happy with the day and proud of the team.
Yeah, speaking on that protection that Courtney Day just keeps on giving Bree, how difficult is it for somebody who I know for her it took getting back into the game even um, after some not playing last year? How impressive is it what she's doing right now, considering that?
It's incredibly impressive. I know we got to see it I mean, we knew exactly who she was when she went in and what she had done, and she had performed on the biggest stage and against the best competition. And for her, it's just like riding a bike a little bit. You know, she stayed really patient. She gave herself a ton of grace as she just kind of let the game come back to her. But she also just never fully left the game, so she was around it a little bit, and so it's coming back to her so much faster. But she's incredibly talented, really, really mature with this whole process, and really great protection for Bree.
Yeah, today, I mean, y'all, it seems like whenever I know everybody says hitting's contagious, but whenever y'all start to click, y'all can pour it on pretty quick on opponents. Just what did you think of your final two innings? Like you said, it was pretty tight, but just to be able to kind of put a team away late.
Well, I just thought the last two innings were really gritty. It's not necessarily always the long ball. I know Jaden Ramos hit the long ball, but it's walks, it's singles, it's gap shots, it's moving runners, it's just so many tools. And so I just thought it was really gritty more than anything. They have the ability to just put a ton of pressure on just with controlling their zones, uh, being ready to go when their pitch shows up. And they sure are fun to watch.
I'll end on this. It's not flashy, but I mean, we all know she draws the walks, Reagan Kramer, but just how important has she been right now? It seems like she's always on base.
That's what she does. That's what she does. She knows her zone as meticulously as you could know it. What she's doing really well though is really attacking when the ball shows up. Her numbers are really, really good. She's always on base. You're right. I think right at the start of the bigger rally late, she's at the front of it, getting on by a walk. She's getting things going. I mean, she's doing exactly what Reagan Kramer does.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you.
Hey, Courtney, congratulations on the wins this afternoon, this evening. Um, I was asked a question just a little bit ago. How important is it for you all to not leave so many runners on base and being able to drive those runners in, and as far as leading to success so far?
Well, timely hitting is so important. Um, there's going to be times we leave them on. I think right now we're finding ways to just get the job done. And whether that's driving the ball through in a single, whether it's driving into the gap, whether it's putting on the berm, whether it's walking to put pressure on, they're finding ways to create runs, create havoc, create pressure. There's going to be times we leave them on too. That's the game. But right now, I think they're just really finding ways to get on the bases and finding ways to get them in, which is what it's all about.
And lastly, real quick, the freshmen, the impact that they've had so far, time and time again, it seems like these first 18, 19 games of the season, there's going to be times where they may run into a couple of spots where confidence might start to go down a little bit just with SEC schedule itself. How important is it for them to be able to pull back some of the success that they've had so far, be able to push through those moments coming up here in the SEC season?
Oh, it's really important. As we get into the SEC season and you're grinding out game after game, you're going to have great days. You're going to have days where it's just a little harder for you, and you just have to be incredibly resilient. You have to have a little bit of a short-term memory. And this game's funny. Sometimes you could, have a great day, have all your stuff as a pitcher, or you can just be really feeling it offensively, and the game may slap you in the face. It's just a crazy game that way. And so more than anything, it's just really controlling their approach to everything, their emotional consistency. I think that's something that we're really working through. And yeah, it's always nice to draw from successes that you've had and for confidence reasons. But I think more than anything, this is just getting geared up for the rest of our season.
Thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm back on that freshman note. Have you ever met a bigger bundle of energy than Ella McDowell?
No, I have not. I have not. All the time. All the time.
I was about to say, because we see her, she's dancing all the time. It's kind of funny because that gets the crowd into it as well. What does that do for the team, just having a freshman that comes in so, I don't know, just it seems like any moment kind of brings it a little bit lighter.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. It just makes it lighter for everyone around. And she's just constantly building everybody up and pouring energy out and then onto each other. And I think that's the cool thing, is to just kind of see the team feed off of it and kind of bring that out a little more out of themselves. And so, it takes all kinds on a team. You're going to have some really big energy ones. You're going to have some really low key, like super chill ones. And so if you to bring that lightness out of everybody, it makes everything lighter and just fun. So pretty fun to be around.
That's all I have.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
guys. If you want to get us started, Ethan.
Yeah, Cam, first Saturday at Vogel, just what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, it was great, honestly. I mean, like I've always dreamed of being able to play up here and, coming to camps and being able to like watch games and see this team and how good they are. I've always wanted to play and be here with the fans and everything. So it was everything I've dreamed of and more.
And it was quite the performance for you in your first game, getting the start here at Vogel. Just what was working for you?
Honestly, like my team did a great job behind me. They were putting the ball in play and they were just soaking up every single ball that was hit. And my stuff was working and sometimes it wasn't. And, that's the point of having a good defense behind me. So I would say like the girls behind me were really working hard that game.
And you talk about having a good defense behind you. How good is it, in the circle nerve of an offense that can, you're pitching with the lead so much of the game?
Oh, it's relieving, honestly. Like knowing that you can go in there and just trust your stuff and be confident no matter what. It makes it so much easier for you as a pitcher, and knowing that no matter what, your team is going to put up runs, and if you give up one, it's okay. You're still up quite a few, so it's a lot easier to pitch with a big run. What's the word? Run, like a lot of runs on the board.
Last thing I'll ask you is, and also how good was it with, Lexi coming in, how she just shut the door on them at the end. They kind of have that where pitchers just pick each other up.
It's awesome. I mean, our whole pitching staff is great. Anyone can come in at any time and shut the door, and it's a lot easier to pitch that way, knowing that if something's not on for me, then I know someone else can come in and shut the door just as good.
That's all I got.
Any more questions?
Yeah, I've got a couple. Cam, first off, congratulations on the win this evening. Kind of what Ethan was talking about with going into the game, having some run support. Do you feel like you have a little bit more freer movement as far as what you're able to throw versus maybe if it's more of a crunch time situation?
Absolutely. I mean, you there's not as much pressure whenever you have runs on the board for you, and you know that if you give up a hit or two, it's okay. So with a bunch of runs on the board, you just feel more confident in yourself that like no matter what, it's okay, and just go in there and be able to trust your stuff and do what you know how to do.
And I noticed that you've got throughout the season so far, you've had a couple chances to get some at bats. Kind of through what your mindset is as far as like your approach to the plate.
See it, hit it. I mean, I just go up there and see the ball and hit the ball. I mean, if you think too much, you're not gonna be able to produce as well, at least not for me. So I just go up there and if I see a ball I like, I swing at it and hope for the best.
Ask you the same thing I asked Cam first Saturday at Bogle. Just what did you think of, the first time to play in front of these fans?
Oh my gosh, it was absolutely so much fun. I kind of got a taste of it yesterday, but today there's just so many people calling the hogs before the game started. I felt my heart racing a little bit, but it was just so fun playing with that crowd. They got into it a little bit. We're chirping. It was so much fun.
Yeah, what was working for you today at the plate? You had a pretty good day.
Yeah, honestly, it was just trying to get on base any way I can as a nine hole, just trying to turn the lineup over and had some success. But yeah, I was really just looking to get good pitches and hit them hard.
And then what has this first year for you in Arkansas been like? Just what have kind of been your biggest takeaways from being in Northwest Arkansas?
I love Arkansas. It's home, and I'm really, really grateful to be here. Everyone everyone, the coaching staff, the players have made this feel like home the first week in the fall. So I've really just joined this crew and have loved every second of it.
Last thing I'll ask you is what is it about this offense that it seems like once y'all get going, I know that hitting's contagious, but I mean, y'all pour it on a lot of times pretty fast.
Yeah, I think we do a great job of stacking runs. We have innings with one or two runs, and then we'll have big innings like we did in the first game. And it's just a lot of fun knowing that the person behind you is going to get it done if you don't. And so I just honestly, I would hate to pitch to us. They're walking Bree and they have Courtney Day next. It's really tough for the other team. So it's really fun to be a part of this offense.
I said last thing, I have one more. Jaden Ramos, just to end it like that. What do you think of that moment?
I knew it was gonna happen. That girl in practice just hits the ball so far, and I knew it was just a matter of time before she got one out, and it could not have come at a better moment at home to walk it off. So I'm so happy for her, but not one bit surprised.
Hey, Carly, Jason, Hogville.net. Congratulations on the wins this afternoon and this evening. Also, really quick, whenever you're at the bottom of the order, do you feel like you're kind of a second leadoff hitter, kind of where you're able to bring the bottom end of that lineup back up to Reagan and let her speed and her appearance at the plates really kind of take over a little?
Yeah, that's why it's a really cool spot to be in because I know if I get on base with Reagan's speed and just all of her versatility and tools, it's a pain to play defense with the runner on and to have Reagan up. So I know if I get on base, it just opens up her opportunities to, drop a bunt or do whatever. So it's fun. It's a fun role to be in.
And also, too, with this batting or this lineup that you guys have, there have not been very many left on base this season. Talk a little bit about what your guys' approach is. That something that you all talk about?
Yeah, it's been a really big point for our offense is to score with two outs. And so with runners on and two outs, we know that those are the runs that put away games. We just have done a great job at two out hitting, and it's something we've worked on in practice, just like playing with that pressure. So it's been really good, and we've seen it work just to put away teams because there's nothing that says, run rule territory than scoring with two outs. So it's been good.